Hello everyone, and welcome to my Duel Today official news channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. At the christening, Leo shoves the priest aside and declares he has to express something urgent. Sloane looks pleadingly at Leo while holding Jude as EJ offers to have him jailed. He says, hedging, that he is covering the event for the society page of The Spectator. Therefore, anyone who objects to having their photo taken ought to say so right away. Leo goes on to discuss the losses that each person there has experienced. But at least Jude still has his whole life ahead of him, which gives them optimism. Being his fairy godfather is an honor that he takes extremely seriously. Jude is fortunate, according to Brady, to have two godfathers for the price of one. Everyone gives a clap. John is still baptizing, and he is scowling and adjusting his collar. When he steps outside to get some fresh air, Marlena follows. Given his past actions, John believes that the house of the Lord is not the ideal place for him. Marlena responds that it's the ideal location. She brings out the fact that Constantine pardoned him. Is he not able to do the same for himself? Melinda screams at Leo as Teresa leaves to see Tate following the ceremony. Nicole and EJ head out to get ready for the party, and Holly stays back. Eric discovers Holly crying by herself later. She tells him the medication she overdosed on were hers, not Tate's, after he promises to keep her information private. Teresa gives Tate a picture of Brady and Jude on her phone at the halfway home. As he searches for a picture of her and Alex, she informs him that they have broken up. Tate believes it's a result of his issues. Teresa tells him that isn't true. Tate doesn't like to watch her by herself, therefore he hopes they will get back together. She sadly responds, "Time will tell." Nicole tells EJ as they get closer to the estate that she's happy she proved to herself that she could handle the christening. EJ describes her as heroic. Her desire to do this makes him proud of her. Nicole is concerned about Holly's seeming sadness. It will take a while for EJ to feel like herself again. Leo encounters Sloane and Melinda outside the chapel. He almost gives away their secret, and Sloane snaps at him for it. Leo acknowledges that he had a moment of weakness, but then he realized what a hot mess Nicole had raised. Additionally, he was taken aback by Sloane's Madonna-like appearance, the Virgin, not the Queen of Pop, and had second thoughts. He walks off to the party in the DiMera mansion, vowing never to be lured to confess again. Steve welcomes a fidgety John and Marlena upon arriving at the party. He explains that due to a staffing shortage, Kayla was forced to stay at the hospital. John moves aside, uncomfortable as Roman joins them. Roman queries his well-being. With a sigh, Marlena replies, "No, he's not." As EJ walks in, John complains loudly across the room about what Stefano did to so many people. Marlena breaks off their heated conversation. EJ believes he is the cause of Sammy's absence. Marlena explains that Belle is with Sean and she is with a friend who lost their husband. EJ hopes the best for them. John sneers that the DiMeras only have their own interests at heart. He gives EJ the order to avoid his family at all costs, otherwise EJ glibly proposes that John learn to finish his words when he starts to ramble. Marlena is sure that EJ understands where it was headed. Nicole informs Brady that Kristen consented to keep quiet when he arrives. Though Brady is happy, he had hoped to see Rachel. After everything Nicole has been through, he praises Nicole selfless for throwing the celebration. All she wants to do is show that she can genuinely be pleased for Eric and Sloane. "Are you?" he queries. "Less or more," she replies. Holly needs to inform her parents, Eric tells her at the church, but he won't tell anyone else. Considering what Nicole has gone through, she fears it will kill her. Holly's mother is stronger than she realizes, Eric reassures her. She must, however, take care of Tate in addition to herself. Leo witnesses Holly sneaking a sip of champagne as she gets to the party. She sips it while she's outside. When Eric, Sloane, and Melinda show up, she conceals it. Holly takes a swig of her drink and follows them inside. Nicole approaches Jude in the living room and attempts to calm him down. Jude falls silent in Melinda's arms, and Sloane tenses. Eric proposes a toast, Holly slinks off with another glass of bubbly, and Sloane returns the baby. Holly puts down her glass and phones the halfway house from outside. When a woman answers the phone in the community room, she poses as Tate's mother. Tate hears the woman shout that his mother is on the phone. Teresa snatches it with anger and demands to know who's calling. Holly hangs up the phone swiftly. Eric is hesitant to take Jude home when Sloane is ready. He wishes to remain for Holly. Leo offers to take Melinda and drive them home. Eric sees Holly grab for another champagne glass after they've departed. As he enters the church again, John lights a candle. Remembering his days as a priest, he kneels. However, as all he currently believes about himself is a lie, everything he once thought about himself was false, therefore in reality, he was not one. Marlena hears him pleading with God to assist him in this. Believing that God will assist him, she kneels by him. Since they are both in this together, she will as well. At Sloane's house, Melinda and she reaffirm their agreement with Leo to never discuss Jude's biological parents. They alone possess knowledge of the truth. Leo consents to it, provided the money keeps coming in. Teresa determines that Tate's caller was Holly in the halfway home. She reminds him that he is subject to a restraining order after finding out that he had previously spoken with Holly. She becomes enraged with Holly and tries to destroy his life, telling her to leave him alone. After taking a call, Brady leaves the party and returns to find that only Eric, Holly, Nicole, and EJ are present. He makes a clear announcement that he will be seeing Tate. Brady gets into an argument with EJ and begins to walk away. Holly halts him. She acknowledges that the pills she overdosed on were her own, and she apologizes to her mother. Editors have independently selected all of the goods and services that are listed. On the other hand, Soaps.com might get paid a commission for orders made through its retail links, and the retailer might get some data that can be audited for bookkeeping purposes. Indeed, Jude's christening would be the perfect occasion for the truth about him to be revealed on Days of Our Lives. How much more theatrical can it be than Leo telling Nicole at church that she is the baby's mother? However, since that was the cliffhanger for Thursday rather than Friday, it was almost a given that Leo would back out of his confession. Rather than talking, he, Sloane, and Melinda reiterated their agreement to destroy each other by remaining silent or facing certain death. That is, as long as Sloane continues to give Leo money. However, thus far, we've only seen Leo and Sloane battle with the secret, while their other accomplice has remained completely composed. Apparently, anyway. What if, instead, we have been placing our bets on the wrong people to lose and return Jude to Nicole? What happens if Melinda does the final action? She's okay with her decision to take Nicole's kid because he's now being raised by two happy, loving parents, as she told Leo before to the christening. Leo, however, retorted that Sloane lacked a single mother bone. And he isn't incorrect. Sloane has been less concerned with raising their child and more focused on having sex with her husband once the first excitement faded. Melinda is going to have to eventually wonder if this is truly a wonderful position. It might take some time since she would have to acknowledge that, despite what she has done, she is not a bad person at her core. Tina Huang said, "The fans love to hate me, and if they hate me enough, I've done my job," in an interview with First for Women. Even though I think my character isn't a villain, I truly enjoy playing the villain. Melinda stole Nicole's kid for Sloane for a cause that goes much beyond friendship. Even though she might want a friend through thick and thin, it seems excessive to endanger her entire life and profession in order to take a baby. Huang said, "I feel really bad about this plot, but I also think Melinda is motivated by the fact that she was abused and tried to protect her own child but was unable to do so. She now desired to keep this child safe from EJ. And that makes sense, if anything does, in Salem. She may not be entirely incorrect in believing that being a DiMera only brings hardship and suffering, but that doesn't mean proving to others that telling her baby died and then taking it is acceptable.